everybody, my name's Daniel, and I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I'm actually going to talk about my life from my childhood to now, because it really, I really want to talk about how much my life has changed since. Um, and first and foremost was when, basically when I was a baby. Um, I was actually born in a small town, well, not really a small town, but a small place called Bemidji, Minnesota. Less than 20,000 people, I think, I'm not sure. And I actually was born there. It's kind of strange that not that much people are really famous there, but I had to deal with that. Um, One thing that's kind of weird was the fact that from 1 to 5 of my age, my 1 to 5 years old, um, for some reason, for some reason, my private, my, you know what, my private part, for some reason, one of my testicles weren't working, for some weird reason. I don't know what the problem was. My dad knows, but I don't know. But when looking through that fact, I had to go to the hospital. They had to put me in anesthetics so I can like go to sleep. They had to do surgery. They took one testicle and I only have one testicle now. I already know the fact that it won't affect my relationship, which, well, I don't have a relationship, but when I do, it won't affect if I want to have kids, if my wife wants to have kids and that factor. But yeah, it's not really the best, but I had to deal with the fact that that's how my life was, doing that. But the more I grew older, is the fact that I first, I think I lived in Kansas for one time. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I did live in Kansas. I don't remember nothing about that place. I do remember the fact that my dad met some incredible friends. I think family too. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I forgot their names. Crap! I can't believe I forgot their names. They were really good friends, and they really were there for us. Um, but after that, I think we went to Busan, which is in South Korea. Worst years of my life in Korea, because not only was it worse, I had to adapt to a little bit of Korean because a lot of it was Korean. I couldn't really understand it. My mom taught my sister and I to actually speak Korean, and we know a few words. We didn't know how to say any words because we didn't know the alphabet. So my mom, like helped us, and a lot of times, but in Busan was the worst because we weren't really like the best. It wasn't really the best because when we went to school, every time we were dropped off, we were actually dropped off at the start of like a hill that was really steep. I'm not really sure how steep it was. I'm just guessing this much. I might be wrong, but my sister and I always had to like climb it or walk it every single time to get to our apartment. It wasn't that hard, but yet stuff has changed during that time, and that was about 10 years ago, maybe more than that. But after that, I was actually one of the people in my class that actually was one of the best people to actually learn and to educate myself. Yes, it wasn't that easy because when I was in school then that time, I did some of my teachers I liked, but yet some of them forgot me now, which I had no problem with that. It's their choice, it's their life. But many times I had to look at the fact that how much stuff has changed since. But when I went to Busan, it was kind of weird because I didn't know nothing, and some family members came down to Busan because we love seeing them. It was awesome seeing them. Incredible time. Next you know, I think it was that time. No, we were no, that was. Oh yeah, I think I went to New York. Yeah, I went to New York after Busan. I went to New York after Busan, and incredible. Like it was one of my favorite times in the States because not only was it awesome, I was able to interact with more people. I loved the schools. Truth be told, I actually got one of the great schools in New York. One of the great schools, and truth be told, there was a lot of really bad schools around the place, but yet I got the great school. My mom and dad literally chose the school, and we took it and we got it. I loved it. I loved my teachers. I don't remember a lot of I don't remember that much of them, but they were incredible. They were my favorite teachers a lot of times. And but oh wow, New York was just incredible. And if you're wondering how Daegu is, Daegu, well, it has a lot of incredible uh, parks and all that. One is Dudu Tower, which is like not really huge, but people have been to the resort. A huge, not really like huge as Disney World because Disney World is by far bigger than Dudu Park. Well, wait a minute. Lotte World, my bad. Lotte World. Lotte World is actually a huge place. I used to go there when I was a kid, like twice or three times. But after that, after that we actually well, that was in Daegu, but yet in particular New York was awesome. But when Daegu, we actually had family there. Lucky for me, I was able to like go with them, like like be able to interact with them. That was awesome. The fact that I was able to talk to them. The thing is, I wasn't able to talk that much. But during Daegu, this is awesome. I was able to like do a few more stuff. I might forget some place I've been to or moved to. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, I forgot that. Wait a minute. Was that after or before that? I'm not sure, but yeah, I went to Georgia one time. It was before. Before. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Was it before New York though? I'm not sure. No, it wasn't before New York. I know that one. What was it? I don't know where Georgia comes in. I forgot the timeline which I was in there, but yet I went to Georgia for 6 months because my dad had to take classes. Oh my gosh, one of the worst times. One of the worst. Because I could not handle that place. Holy crap, that was not the best place for me. But for people who live in Georgia, I know people might like it, but for me, my first experience is not the greatest. But maybe I should try other places. I love Syracuse, by the way. I love Syracuse. Incredible place. But also when I was in Daegu, I was able to interact with more people. I made incredible friends. Truth be told, this is truth be told, I actually learned a lot of Korean. Yes, I took Korean classes. I was able to take Korean classes. Now, like other electives, I could take Korean classes. Awesome. When we took Korean classes, I had my sister. My sister was literally taking classes the same way. And at the end of the time, when they give the awards for people who passed the class, she picked my sister and I, so, which is awesome. And it's obvious because we do put our work into it because we might be Korean, we might be half Korean, but we do love the Korean culture, Korean food, Korean music, all of that. I do love anime. I do love anime because growing up I watched a lot of it and holy crap. Like I literally watched so much of it. The thing is, I'm like 50% fan of Sailor Moon. I didn't watch it all the way. I do like Death Note. Oh my gosh, incredible series. Um, Sailor Moon was awesome. I didn't watch that much of it, but yeah, it was an awesome series too. And I think I saw the Full Alchemist, Yu-Gi-Oh, and a few others. I'm not sure, but yeah, I saw all those times in Daegu. Um, but as soon as that happened, when I moved to Daegu, I also moved into a high school. They created a new high school on Post, which wasn't the best. But hey, they had to make the money. But yeah, when they did that, it was awesome. But it's kind of weird because I didn't like the school that much, but I loved the people in it, the teachers, the staff, the friends I made. Um, I took JC for 4 years. Sorry about that. But when it came to that, I did put on a uniform with pride because I take pride in Jersey because it's not like military, but it's like preparing for military. You need to know a lot about it. I was really a person who was dedicated to go for it. Dude, no, this is stupid. This is actually really stupid. I wore my uniform before I actually had to wear my uniform. I was like 2 or 3 weeks. Oh my gosh, I was so stupid. I was so stupid. I was not supposed to wear my uniform, but they were like, okay, it's alright. We're here to help you. Don't worry. Next time when I heard the uniform now, got all done. I always wanted to make sure that my uniform was tight and make sure that everything was perfect. this is actually like almost like how much my like basically they made my hair like automatic like it was about like the size of my dad's but a little bit more like the hair was actually on it. But the fact that I actually did that was the fact that it was for JC and I did it. And my sergeant literally said one thing. He was like, "Yeah, that's what we are looking for." I was like, "Thank you. That's what I did." And when we did PT, truth be told, like for the 2 years I joined JC or for how long? I think I had two times for PT days. But the PT days, well, there's only two of them which I had. One, well, both of them the whole school day was off for us because no matter what we're doing fitness and we're basically doing a field day. When we're doing that, they basically just do everything. We do our fitness first, we do our physical everything, make sure everything's perfectly in place. Next you know, we do a little bit of games, but then we go into food. We do that, but next you know, when everything's done and school's out, we are done. We're done. We don't have to go to school. We are good because no matter what, that's actually something we need to do, and that's what I did. And JC was awesome with that. Now, when I moved to now, this is a true statement. I I actually talked about my broken knuckle, but when that before that happened, I had my birthday. I invited 5 people, and they were my closest friends. Thing is, I was going to see a movie called After Earth. It wasn't the best movie, but it was alright for me because I kind of liked it. Kind of. Not really all liked it, but 1 out of 5 actually went to actually say happy birthday. And that was one of my friends, that was Morgan. Morgan was one of my favorite friends. Like, he literally was one of those people that had my back and I had his. He was literally buffer than me. He was actually a wrestler in his school. He was like the top wrestler in our school, I think. I'm not sure. But he broke his ankle. I think he broke his foot or something. I'm not sure. But he had to take time to heal, and I helped him with that. But I wondering one thing about it was the fact that I wanted to join wrestling, but it wasn't my favorite because I don't like fighting a lot. I really do not like fighting. But once that happened, I was in since I was in Daegu, we were able to meet my family, my grandma, which in Korean is 할머니, 할머니. I'll probably I already did Korean lessons within the earlier videos. By 할머니 is my grandma, and I always call my aunt emo because that basically like that. But emo is basically what I call them. My cousins, some Sachon, I think Sachon. I think I get mixed up with Sachon and Samchon. Samchon actually is uncle. Samchon. Ha- Haraboji is actually grandpa. I know a lot about this because I learned a lot, but I met many of them, but after that was kind of weird. Another one was the fact that once going to Daegu and all that stuff, we can't really do anything. But yeah, I forgot that we actually my family did go to China. Like my dad, my mom, my sister and I paid for half of our tickets. My dad and mom paid more than that. So after that, which is weird, but when we went to China, it was awesome. Me going to China. I do not like bargaining. That's why I don't like bargaining in flea markets. Worst thing ever in my life. I do not like that because I do not being forced to do a bargain because my dad knows I bargain, but not me. I can't bargain. But after that, it was kind of weird the fact that many things happened during that time. But one weird thing was the fact that when I was down in China, I actually paid for a Lingua Fest, which is a language festival. I actually paid for myself to go to for Korean, and many other schools did that. I paid for it, and I went to Japan. Oh crap, my favorite! But I did have a crush back then, but yet she already has a boyfriend now, which I have no problem saying it. But yeah, I dealt with the fact that Jupiter. I actually admitted it, and to the person who actually was who kissed her the last night we were there, he said the fact that for me, like I said, I did have a crush on her, but yeah, he said, man, you have more bigger chance than me. I'm like, no, I don't. I don't have any chance with a girl sometimes. But yeah, after Japan, I had to head back home, and I actually worked as a bagger in the commissary. Not so bad of a job, made some money, and moved on with it. I think after that, well, all the bagging stuff happened before I was about to leave China. Leave Daegu, my bad, leave Daegu. I get mixed up with that. But I broke my knuckle like a week before we left. And when we were leaving, well, in particularly, Troubadour, I hit it so hard that my bone literally went inside the skin. Like inside. And it hurt so badly. So badly. Oh my gosh. That's when I was when we left Daegu to say goodbye to my all our family. My sister saw the fact my hand was swelling up. They had to put ice on it, and we made it to Minnesota. I think I'm right. Next, you know, when we made it to Minnesota, and this was actually because we had to move to North Carolina because my dad wanted to stay in the South Korea, but we couldn't. But he had to get promoted, so we went to North Carolina. But yeah, first we had to like do a lot of stuff. And then when we got on a plane, my sister recognized my swelled up, like this part of it was swelled up, like swelled up. Like she knew that me. I had my hand on the armrest, and literally it swelled up. Like you could see it swelling. And literally, we had to like go to Minnesota and literally go to a hotel room. And actually, my dad actually got a new Jeep. Awesome. I put my hand in ice so it can cool down, like so it shrinks down. And the next day after that, we took a new Jeep, and oh my gosh, I was sleeping during this. There was a storm going on, and we were heading out. Next, you know, I opened my eyes at the last second. That deer hits my sister's door, like my sister's like backseat door, like literally right there, like bam. I was like, what the fudge? I was like, I didn't say that, but yeah, I was like, what just happened? What just happened? And noticed that a deer hit dead on in our car. I was like, oh my gosh. And then you know we had to call the auto mechanics and all that so they can actually help us. So we headed to my grandma's place, but yeah, so they noticed my shoulder pan. So next you know, I had to deal with that. But then next you know, I had to go through a lot of stuff. They call this a boxing fracture. I have no idea why. It's called a boxing fracture, and that's because my knuckle broke. So they numbed my thing up. And truth be told, my dad was squeamish to see them poke a needle inside my skin, which I wouldn't blame him. But yeah, it didn't hurt for me for some reason. Well, it did hurt when they put it in, but yet I was used to it. So they tried to put it back in place, and next you know they had to put a cast on it, like put perfectly on. Next thing you know, I went back and I had a heal. Like after that, but then next you know, after everything, we had to stay at my grandma's place for a while. We met my aunts and a lot of people. Next you know, I think we met my aunts and a lot of people. I'm not sure, but next you know, when we went to get our Jeep, a new Jeep again, we were about to head out, and what we saw forward down the road were deer. Really, that was just plain coincidence. We just got hit by a deer the first day we drove our new car, and now we see deer again. That's just a coincidence. What the heck? Not the best. But yeah, when we were done, we actually had to pack up and head to North Carolina. Awesome. Awesome. But the thing is, I didn't like North Carolina that much. Not to be offensive to anything, but it was alright. I couldn't go into on-post school because they don't have any high schools. So I joined a school called E. Smith, which pretty good school. I handled it for 2 years. Holy And no, I did not meet a girl that really liked me. I did give advice to one of my friends in my school because he had a girl that I went to so much that she thought about committing suicide because nobody loved her. I hope that he didn't break up with her. If he did, then oh. But yeah, they were a couple, and I helped him get through it. And the more he asked, the more I gave him advice. The fact that I told him that she's the only person for you. Say that I can't leave you because you're the only person that I love, and no matter what, I will do anything for you. Basically, that's what I told him. I don't know what happened. I haven't kept in touch with him, but I hope they're both doing well. I hope she's doing well. Um, but oh my gosh, truth be told, this is weird. Doing a little pep rally or something, or a little thing. Oh, uh, they were putting down music for like basketball tournaments and all that. Oh my gosh! One as simple second, I was literally, ow, that almost hurt me. Yeah, I hit my ring finger on my thing, but at least it didn't break. Well, and particularly during that tournament, John Cena's theme song comes up. I was like, what the fuck? Is he here? Is he here? I was like, oh, you cheapos. They literally put his theme song on, and I thought he was actually there. Oh, what the fudge. But yeah, once that happened, I was able to make a lot of good friends. I thought about, truth be told, I started liking WWE in 2013 because I didn't know about WWE before that. And I already explained it in a future episode the fact that my favorite wrestler for males are Daniel Bryan. My favorite woman wrestler is Sasha Banks. And I know that she's married now. Good for her. Incredible. I'm actually really happy for her. Like she found a man that she loves. It's awesome. Like I hope he cherishes her, loves her, dedicates and commits to their relationship because he's a husband now, and protects her at all costs and never leaves her side. Sasha Banks is an incredible woman. She knows the fact that no matter what, she'll get past everything. Yes, it might be hard for her, but yes, she got past everything. I've seen many of her matches in NXT Takeover Brooklyn, NXT Takeover Respect, and oh, what was it? Oh, I also saw WrestleMania 32. Incredible match. But yeah, people like NXT Takeover Dallas better than WrestleMania 32. Hey, that point. Well, actually, I thought the same too because I didn't like WrestleMania 32 that much. It wasn't the best, but I did like NXT Takeover Dallas. Holy crap, awesome! But also, when doing that, um, yeah, I do have a question, Sasha Banks. Even though she's married, I have no problem saying the fact that I do have a crush on her, but yet she's taken, but yet she's with a man that loves her for who she is. No, she's not. It's awesome. Hope she lives an incredible life, and hope no matter what they have an incredible life together. I love Sasha Banks. She's an incredible wrestler, an incredible woman. She's the WWE Women's Champion, and no matter what, um, I hope their relationship goes incredibly well. They both deserve it, and no matter what, I'm really happy to say the fact that she deserves every single bit of that love, and I wish for a happy and incredible marriage for them. I think his name is Mikaze, I'm guessing. He's an up, up, down, down. I'm not sure about that. I think, yes, I think it was Mikaze, yeah. I do not know his, I think it was Sarath Ton. Sarath Ton. I might be wrong about that. I'm so sorry if I said his name wrong. I'm sorry, I'm bad at names. But I could look him up, but yet I'm going to do by the thing. But yet, yeah. I hope they have an incredible marriage, and hope he protects her, loves her, cherishes her, commits and dedicates and loves her as much as everybody has done, the WWE Universe has done. And I hope they have an incredible marriage and a loving marriage. But yeah, I started liking WWE in 2013, and I still do love WWE. I still watch. I don't watch it on TV because it's so hard to find it on Korean TV. It's really hard. But after that, everything went all swell. But when that happened, um, this was in North Carolina. But oh, I forgot that. My dad had to deploy when I was in New York. He had to deploy to, I think, Iraq for 1 year, and it was one of the toughest years for me because he wasn't there for Christmas for me. Well, for the family. That kind of hurt me, the fact that he wasn't able to see us. Okay, because I love my family really much. I dedicated 100% of my life to my family because no matter what, they mean everything to me. But I had to deal with the fact that no matter what, he's doing this for the United States of America, the country I love, but also Korea I love. I'm sorry if I'm crying. But yeah, no matter what, I love my dad for putting his life on the line and showing that he's doing this for our family and for people's freedom. He's my hero in my life. But stop at that. Oh, sorry about that. I'm just a person who's a family person. Sorry. Oh. 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 But anyways, when I was in North Carolina, we had our first Christmas. One of my favorite, well, not really my favorite. Oh, true statement. I actually got my Xbox 360 in New York during the time when I was in New York. It was actually one of the Christmas days. I wanted it on my Christmas list. But the weird thing about that was the fact that I literally played for 6 hours, and I played the whole entire game of Kung Fu Panda on the Xbox 360. Literally the whole game, and I completed it that day. I think I completed it, I'm not sure. But holy crap. I love the Xbox 360. But now I got an Xbox One. But I will get that in a second. But after everything, once that happened, I had to deal with the fact that a lot of stuff happened during that time. And next, you know, my my dad, his friend is like a brother to him. He asked if I wanted to work at a resort. No problem with that. Um, I did that. I went to work there. My dad said my grandma would pick me up at Bemidji in the Bemidji airport. I actually accepted that, and next thing you know, when the summer came by, I just turned 18. Lucky me. I loved it. I got a lot of games, but the day I headed out, I had to take two planes. One plane, I don't know where it was, but then next you know, all the way to Minnesota. So two planes, I had to switch planes. Um, Next you know, or I had to like move to another plane so I can get to Minnesota. But when I got to Minnesota, I had everything ready. I had my luggage and everything. My grandma was there. Well, exactly, she was with me to get my luggage. But she said my grandpa was in the car. He didn't need to come, but he decided he will because he loved me. So when I went to the car and put my stuff, he saw me and I said it was incredible to see him. He's an incredible person. But when I came to the house, my grandma said, if you hear anything like coffee or anything, it's your grandpa. He's just it's he just needs some rest. Don't worry. He's been through a lot, but yet he will get past it. So the next day, I didn't hear anything. The next day, my grandpa's brother, I forgot what his name was, crap. But yet, he took me to the resort. I met my boss, which is my dad's friend, incredible guy. I actually worked at Grandview Lodge, which is an incredible place. I worked there, incredible. I met his son, and they said like, no, well today you're just free today. We'll just show you around, and then you can settle in. Then tomorrow you can start working. I looked at everything. I went to take a shower. I watched the FIFA World Cup that time. It was actually in 2014. Awesome. Now, I worked through a few days at the resort, but that summer was the worst summer of my life. Literally. One morning, I got a little message from my dad. I saw it, and I don't know if I got all of it correctly, but he said Daniel's son. I'm not sure which one. I don't know if I know the full text, but he said Daniel's son. I'm sorry I have to tell you this, but your grandpa has just passed away. That broke my heart when I heard that. So, I had to deal with the fact that I had to tell my boss I had to go to the funeral. When I was done with the funeral, awesome thing, he said, yeah, go ahead. I called my parents, and we got all my clothes and all that stuff, and we headed to my grandma's house. It was there. I don't know what day we saw the viewing, but the day we saw my grandpa's casket, a lot of people would cry. I try to keep my tears in. And yes, I can. I. It's kind of hard for me to keep it in. I was literally like, I was like that. I was trying to keep everything in, and I turned right or left. I don't know, and I saw my dad, and he was crying, and that's what broke me. The thing about how much my grandpa went through is incredible. The fact that he did not give up. That my grandpa was an inspiration to my whole family. Like, he was one of those people that did not give up on anybody. He loved us all. It was just hard for me to get past it. Because every time I think of him, I think of how much he loved us. I think of how much every single day I had to deal with the fact that he's not there with us, but he's in our hearts. But to put in perspective, my family was never rich. We were literally poor when like everything started. Like my grandma and grandpa didn't have nothing. Like they had a house, but we my dad said that he had to have powdered milk for sometimes for milk. And truth be told, my dad told me this when he started school, like for his own school in his younger years. He said that he needed gym shorts to like go into physical education. One day he found some money on the ground. I don't know if it was $10 or $20. Instead of buying candy or anything, he went to the store and bought gym shorts. because he knows the fact that he had to have those, because no matter what, it's for his education. He was going to do it. My dad literally worked so much jobs, and so did everybody else. Like, truth be told, my uncles, but some of them actually are police. My uncle is actually a security guy. Also was in the military. I think I remember that. My dad's still in the military since 17. For almost 30 years now, my dad has been in the military. And that's why I love how much my dad has contributed to the United States of America, to the country I love, and to this country. So yeah, my actual uncle, I forgot where he lives, but yeah, one of my uncles is a police officer. Well, I think just police, a cop, and another one of my uncles is actually a security guard now. I'm guessing. I'm not sure. I think he is. My aunt, I think she works at a little casino. I'm guessing. I'm not sure. I forgot her job. My grandma, she's working with a lot of jobs. She's an incredible person. I think she works as a nurse. I'm not sure. That's why she knew what was wrong with my knuckle. But yeah, we were poor when we first started. Like like I said, we didn't have the greatest like huge thing. Like my dad still has VHS tapes from before, like from when my sister and I were kids. Um, so when that happened and everything went by, the thing about that funeral that got me was one thing. I sat down because I was crying. But then my aunt or my grandma came to me. I don't know which one it was, but they said, my aunt or grandma, they said, "Do you know why you're so special?" And I said, "Why?" "Because you were one of the last people. You were one of the last people to see him before he passed away, before he left." And that showed me that he loved me that much to see me the time when I was at the airport, to so many times I've seen him. And for every single time I always think, like I said, I always think of him. I think how much love he had for us. And yes, a lot of us cried. My grandma cried. My cousins cried. My mom and dad cried. And if you're wondering what he was suffering from, he was suffering from cancer. He was suffering from cancer for a long time. And every time I had to deal with the fact that many things have happened. Give me one moment. I actually need to get some tissue. Oh, man. I just can't handle that. My grandpa left. My my sister asked, "Would you ever want grandpa to be back?" I said, kind of no, because I do not want him to go through any more pain. At least he's in heaven with no pain at all. At least he can go with feeling no more pain. And at least he's in heaven. He's with the person who made us. Oh. But after the funeral, I had to go right back to work. My dad explained to his friend the fact that that uh, that I really great relative passed. I can't believe I forgot that so quickly, but it was so long ago. It was 2 years ago. And truth be told, after that, I returned to work. I worked for 2 more months because that's how much I took. And after the 2 months, I was done with working. I was just waiting for my my grandpa's brother to pick me up. I actually got my um, um, amount of money I earned for the whole summer. So I came back. We had some McDonald's there where we lived. Next, you know, I came back to my grandma's house. I had to buy some stuff. I had to buy a new cable because my cable was chewed up by a dog that my boss son's owns. Not cool. I had to buy a new cable. Then I had to buy a new plug-in. I actually earned $3,600, $3,600 that whole 2 months. It was incredible. But the fact that I still remember my grandpa. And truth be told, my grandma drove all the way to see my grandpa's grave. We talked to my grandpa for a few minutes. Talked about the summer, and we left. Yes, I heard the fact that he's gone, but at least he feels no more pain. And yes, my grandpa, he literally had so much love that every time we visited our grandparents, he never looked like in pain. He looked happy. He looked like he loved us for everything. And truth be told, and this is a true statement, my family can't, my grandma and grandpa couldn't eat really a lot of food. Like they had to have specific foods. I don't know what was wrong with that, but my grandma also can't eat that much like meats and stuff. I'm not sure. I don't think she can eat any bread. I'm not sure, but yeah, they couldn't really do that much. But after that, I got on a airplane to head home. I so barely missed my second plane. When I had to move to another plane, I barely missed it. I literally had 1 to 2 minutes left. I was running. Next, you know, I think lady or man, I'm not sure. They pull up in a I don't know, it was a transporter, like one of those little carts thing that they transport you from one side of the airplane. I told them where I need to go. I was like, oh, you can hop on. You have a long way to go. Next, you know, they literally took me all the way to our little checkpoint, and I literally ran all the way there, really hard because when I got there, no, the door wasn't closed. I literally gave my ticket. I sat down in the airplane, and I was done. I headed home, and everything was all peachy. We saw a lot of movies during the whole entire year. My favorite movie, there's two movies I like: Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and I do not know this one. Star Wars Force Awakens, and please don't blame me on this, but Avatar. Reason Avatar is because when I saw it in New York when it first came out in 2009, to be told, friend, my friend Michael, he literally had his sister had a job at a movie theater. That was awesome because no matter when it came out, he asked me if I wanted to see it, and it was like I think 1 or 2 days since it was out, or the first day it came out. I literally said yep, and next you know we went to the movie theater. She told us what do you want. I got everything I wanted. We saw the movie. Oh, holy crap! By far one of my favorite movies. Favorite. But Star Wars Force Awakens is also my second because no matter what, it brings my childhood. Because I watched Star Wars before, and when I heard the theme song at the beginning, memories went back to my childhood, and I loved it. I loved the incredible instruments. I loved the film score, incredible. Um, Next you know, after like everything, I watched a lot of movies. I took my parents out to eat. I paid them back every single money they spent, like for me because I needed food and all that for the resort because the fact that I needed money and food for like to stay there. Next you know, I was taking my senior year of high school. I was so happy, but yet oh this got me mad. I went through a whole year, but then my dad had to deploy, and we could choose where we wanted to go. I said, here, Pyeongtaek. I wanted to go to Korea again. And next you know, when I got my diploma, he said, okay, we're going to Pyeongtaek. Thing is, I had to take my exams 1 month early. That was, oh my gosh. Seriously, not fun. Really not fun. Like literally, truth be told, I had to sign a little permission to actually make sure that it goes through. Guess what? Not the best. Not the best. Not best. Not the best. Because it was a week that I had to take my final exams. The day right before the 2 days I took my exam because I had to take like three. The last day before those two exams were about to be here, they called my last period teacher and said he's allowed to take it. My teacher said, "Oh yeah, okay, don't worry, you're allowed to take your exams early." He said, "Why didn't you tell me that before? I could have like helped you review." The thing, oh, the thing is, I did not know anything about that. I did not know they were going to do it. If they did it like a week earlier, I would have literally reviewed. But guess what? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I hated that so badly. So when I was done, I had to review everything that I had in my backpack. Not easy because I barely knew anything. But yet I reviewed when I first took my I think it was one exam or two exams, I'm not sure. But yet when I took my exam the first day, I got past it. Next I had to take one more exam the next day. And next when I was done taking my exams, took us to the office and said, okay, that concludes it. I hope you guys have an incredible life, an incredible career, and no matter what, hope you guys have a safe trip into the life you're about to have. We shook hands with him, and was it like a council or something? Left one way like that. We had to like go over the places, but truth be told, before that, we actually had to New York. Truth be told, my sister, like, I can't really say anything bad, but she kind of hurt our family because the fact that she went with her boyfriends. Like, she went with one of her boyfriends to New York. It was one night that she did it, but I still love her. But the day right before we were about to leave to Georgia, she said she was going to come with us. Next thing you know, she just leaves. She just goes back to her boyfriend. I'm not saying anything bad about my sister, because no matter what, she supports me, listens to me, is one of my favorite people in the world. If I had to choose between my mom, my dad, or my sister, 100% or a million percent my sister. My sister has been there for me every single day, no matter what. Yeah, I don't talk to her that often, but when we were kids, she was always there for me. She always had my back, and I always supported her, and she supported me. She listened to me, and I listened to her. She was the best sister ever, because no matter what, she still, like, she knows how much pain she put us through, but yet she knows the fact that everything's alright. And no matter what, I miss her, but yet it's her choice. She's 23 now, and I love her no matter what. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. What, was it 23? I think she's 22. I think she's 22. My bad. Because I forgot it. Because she was born in October 21st, 1993. So yeah, she's 22 now. Truth be told, when we headed to Georgia, I had to wait to get my diploma. Next thing you know, about truth be told, I love Jurassic World. Incredible. That is in my top 5 because I love Jurassic Park. The Jurassic Park franchise, incredible. I watched all 3 movies. The Jurassic Park Lost Worlds, Lost World Jurassic Park, Jurassic Park 3, and Jurassic World. Jurassic World, I actually watched it after my my 19th birthday. Yeah, my 19th birthday. I actually got my diploma, and that's how I got my laptop, my Mac, my my little computer here, the one that I always record. They literally spent $2,100 on me for the computer. And just below, before we left North Carolina, I actually got an Xbox One and a few games. UFC, to be exact. I didn't have that much games because I didn't want to spend that much. But yeah, we saw a lot of movies. Um, One thing I actually thought of doing is the fact that I always was the person that was kind of weird. Oh well, that was me. But when we went to Piontek, holy crap, farmland, farmland, farmland. Seriously, holy crap, farmland. But that was actually kind of cool that I should be there. So when we got there, we got everything ready. I got into school. I got everything ready. Made sure everything was perfect. My dad decided that if I get past a lot of classes, we move to another place. Me move to a different state, so I can join a university or college, a better college. Hey, well, might as well. Next thing you know, after everything, I earned a lot of money to earn a webcam, microphone, speakers, and a few games. Truth be told, I know a lot of people haven't talked to me about the reactions, but yet I had to deal with the fact that I didn't join YouTube. Like at first, I didn't join YouTube for reactions. Like I said, I'm not saying I wasn't planning on doing reactions. It's just that I really wanted to give advice, like relationship advice, life advice. One thing I do have to say is to the people who are in so much depression and stressfulness and think about ending their lives, don't do that. Please don't. Because your life is too precious to this world. It's way too precious. Because no matter what,
I can't handle a person giving their lives up because they can't handle so much depression and stressfulness. Because no matter what, you can change. So don't don't do that to yourself. Don't don't commit suicide, please. It's not worth it. Your life is too precious to this earth. It's too precious to this planet. It's you. Some people are going through the exact same thing you are, but they're getting help. Their friends, their family, people, their teachers, anybody. They will help you. You just need to take that chance. No matter what, your life is too precious to this earth. Do not give it up. Your life is incredible. You only have one life that God gave you. Live it to the fullest. Don't end it quickly. Don't. It's not worth it. It really isn't. Because no matter what, I can't handle the fact that people might think of that, but yet I can never think of that because no matter what, I love my family that much. So, that's what I have. Please don't do that. I love you all for, like, everything. For supporting me, for being the people you are. But just don't ever think of committing suicide. Don't end your life. Because no matter what, everything will be okay. Everything, like everything that you went through, one time, the next time you actually have to go through everything, the more of life you go through, the more it will get better. Nothing stays worse. It will always get better. But yeah, I wanted to give advice mostly on my channel. Just didn't work. So I did reactions a little bit. That's why I did so much reactions. But that's why I had said I had a crush on Sasha Banks. Because she reminds me of a woman who will never give up. She has an incredible heart. Like I said really early on in this video. But I had to realize she deserves a man who has the strength and ability to protect her and cherish her. For me, I don't think I can do that because I don't think that me and her will ever meet ever in our life. In my life, I would probably never meet a WWE superstar. Like ever, like see them, talk to them, get to know them. Probability, never. So, that's why I said I had a crush on her. Because she is an incredible, gorgeous, beautiful, intelligent, humble, respectful, lovable, and a strong woman. If I said strong, sorry, but she is strong. And she has a lot of courage. She has an incredible amount of respect for people. And I hope her husband shows her so much respect, cherishment, love, dedication, commitment, and protects her whenever something bad happens. And truth be told, I actually had to say this. I did get a new microphone. I'm just not using it. I'm going to connect it tomorrow. And I also got 2 more games which are in my bed. Overwatch and Rocket League. I probably might do those next week, but basically that's my life. I went through a lot. A lot. It wasn't easy with my life because my family had to go through the fact that we didn't have money for everything. But I do have to say, I love my family. I love all my friends. I love Sasha Banks. She has a husband, but I still love her because she's an incredible woman. I hope she has an incredible life. She might be married, but her heart is in wrestling sometimes. So no matter what, since she's married, which has gone to news a lot,
Hope she has an incredible and peaceful life in which she doesn't need to deal with so much pain. And no matter what, hope that whatever happens, that her husband is committed, dedicated, lovable, respectful, humble, and shows that he will protect her at all costs. I had to just deal with the fact that maybe I just shouldn't even have said the fact that I don't have a girlfriend, but yeah. So yeah, even if I don't have a girlfriend, I'll probably never have one. Hey, I live my life. So that's it for this video. That was my life. That's how much I love my family. That's how much I love Sasha Banks. Sorry about that, but I do love her. But she's with a man that deserves her. They've been together for so long. I wish them a happy marriage, an incredible life together. They should cherish it, commit to it, dedicate to that lifestyle, to being husband and wife. They both respect each other and to show that they cherish each other and protect each other. So that was my life of what I had to go through sometimes. Well, what I went through my whole entire life. So thank you for watching this. I know I could have done it a different way, but I wanted to say it to you guys, not through drawing, but to be talking. So thank you. Have a great one day. Stay safe. Never give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your life, ever. Your life is so precious to this world. If you need help, just talk to somebody and they will help you. Talk to somebody who understands how much you are going through. Just talk to them. Take that chance. So yeah. Have a good day, guys. I love you all. This is my life. To help just give advice, sometimes reactions, and to show that I do have a caring heart because I love everybody and I don't give up on anybody. And no matter what, I love you all. And thank you for getting me this far. Bye-bye. Not everybody's life is perfect. But I hope that people around the world have a perfect life. And they cherish it. And they respect it for whatever life they have. I might as well say it. No matter what, I don't give up on anybody, like I said. And hope Sasha Banks has an incredible life with the men she loves. Because she deserves every single bit of it. She's a woman, but also an incredible person to this world. She's a champion. She's an incredible inspiration. And okay, I might as well say if I love you, Sasha Banks, but you have a husband, so that should be alright with it. But I do respect it. I was happy to hear the news. I was really happy because you deserve it. You're an incredible woman, and all like that. And I just saw a video a long time ago, but there was a video on Eddie Guerrero versus Brock Lesnar, and that was about 5 hours ago. But hey, that was it for my life. So have a great life, Sasha Banks, with the man you love, your husband. I forgot his name, but I know his name is Mikaze. I'm not sure, but have a great and incredible life, Sasha Banks. You deserve everything. You deserve to be champion, and you're the most incrediblest and respectful, humble, dedicated, inspirational, motivational, and lovable wrestler and woman to ever be in WWE. From my point of view. Bye bye. That's twice I said bye bye. Guess I had to say more.